Clean start here now, second time of asking. In fact, we'll leave it with the first. Actually, Kennard there from Queensland trying to push his way out of the inside of the track to get there first, although Zach Effernan, also with Queensland, did a good shot. Evan Rowbotham, who was last year's champion, though, he's going to ascend to the front of this pack, so he's going to stamp his authority early. Sometimes a little bit of a power move just to see whether the rest of the field plays along. Certainly doesn't look like that's going to be the case for Rowbotham. He's got two out there in front of him. Young Fransky, he's a common competitor amongst that Victorian circuit. He loves to get to the front. Him and his older brother run nearly identical in fact, but you can see it again now. It starts to slow up, it starts to bunch up, and really wide and move over that neutral track just to find.
Yeah, Eddie Fransky, he's not really worrying about the other competitors at the moment. He's just decided to run his own race. He's got a well-drilled plan, I'm sure, with his coaching team. He's got the watch on the left wrist. He'll set the clock as he hits his splits through 400. It's going to be around that 65 to 66, so it's a pretty comfortable pace for him. Be pretty happy to be out in front this early in a big national final, Mitch.
Yeah, and it's tough. Being able to run from the gun like this is not easy to do, but Eddie Fransky clearly just is somebody that likes to have his own piece of real estate. He's not going to be dictated by anybody else's level of racing. He's going to go out and make the race for himself, which I respect. It's Rowbotham who leads out the group behind, like you mentioned. He's a 356 man. He's last year's champion. He's been strength to strength across this distance. He's previous runners, so they make their way around to this home straight again. The young Victorian, he's out there in front. Fransky looks strong. They're going to work together. The hard part of that group behind is that they will all work together. They will all find the rhythm. If they can draw it at the back of the likes of that Rowbotham, they've got nobody better than Ruben Kurak. Bill Kennard as well sits there in a nice position here as well. And just further back there is McMahon, but still out in front. Our young Victorian, Eddie Fransky, going to give them everything to chase.
Just waiting for this big group just to narrow that lead. Rowbotham now just looks like he's starting to put a bit of pace into his running. Heffernan not too far behind. Wheeler also running nicely. Longstaff, you can see him there. He was the silver medalist last year, so you'd expect him to finish with plenty of dash. He is now just starting to go up through the gears. He's up in the fourth now.
This group of four is about to attach and become a group of five, so Eddie Fransky's going to have some company. This is a moment now for the young man where he just has to lock in. He's not going to know what it's like to be drawing off the back of these competitors throughout this race, but now is the time to really lock in. Rowbotham's been so smooth. That Phil Kennard as well, just moving nicely. Fransky wants to hold that rail. There's a little bit of argy-bargy, so left shoulder, right shoulder, and it's going to be Rothman who makes it out there now. So Fransky just starts to drift back ever so slightly. He's to try and hold that form. Rowbotham out there, 303, following through there closely is Longstaff, who you mentioned, the gold and silver now, Trav. They're out there in front again.
Yeah, McMahon also has made a good move with much to go. The young Victoria, just that little check on the rail has just pushed him back now into about 5th or 6th place. So the sprint for home begins. Rowbotham, the defending champion. McMahon now just starts to put the wheels on. He moves up into second, the New South Welshman. So it's New South Wales 1-2 as we sprint for home. And Rowbotham, with 200 metres to go, will set the goal.
So Rowbotham now, he really went with 400 metres to go instead of the game of catch me if you can. They're going to do their very, very best. But when you're the likes of Rowbotham, it's very hard to chase down. So the young New South Welshman will round into this home straight. Some very familiar territory for him. He wants to try and salute as a back-to-back champion. He puts his head down and asks a couple more questions. But he can turn around and he can enjoy this one, Evan. You've done it again. Salutes across the line. That's a great victory. McMahon comes through for the second. Following through, Longstaff for third. No, Longstaff goes through for fourth. That was a dashing finish there. Heffernan got up to that 5th place. Eddie Fransky, so much to be proud of there for the young Victorian. There will come a day, there will come a time.